Close your eyes and imagine a world where Kevin Durant stayed with the Oklahoma City Thunder. A world where he and Russell Westbrook led the team to multiple championships, cementing their legacy as two of the greatest players in NBA history and beating Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals over and over again.
Westbrook for three.
Now open your eyes and confront the harsh reality. That world doesn't exist, and it may be because of KD's one decision.
Was that game 6? That was game 6. Yeah.
That was crazy. That was just nuts, bro. He was just cashing out. Everything just couldn't miss, bro. It was just amazing. And how they played, but let's run it back. We all know how that one went, mate. College speak.
I'm sorry, I feel like I brought up a very horrible experience for you.
You are the difference. You are the superstar. And you depart for the team that beat you, you're jumping on a bandwagon as far as I'm concerned. That's just the way that I look at it. I don't think there's any way to deny that. All the reporters, whether to, is that Kevin Durant is one of the top 3 players in the world. And he ran away from the challenge that he...
The shadow of KD's departure and their 2016 Western Conference loss looms large over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's Thunder. It was the way KD left, free agent. Thunder got nothing in return, and they just lost to the Warriors after leading 3-1. KD joined the team he'd just lost the conference finals to.
You're going to the team that beat you when you were 48 minutes away on 3 separate occasions from beating them yourself.
Thunder fans thought he'd be their hero forever, scoring titles, an MVP award, and KD took his young Thunder to the NBA Finals.
Please welcome the 2013-14 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player, Kevin Durant.
Today, the Thunder are doing great without him. They finished at the top of the Western Conference this season, despite being the second youngest team in the league. But many fans still cannot forget the pain of KD's exit. Before you show how the jersey burning and KD booing, remember to join the Cheetah Sports Pack by hitting the like and subscribe buttons.
Jack, you're hilarious. See you later.
F you, Katie. F you. You could have gone anywhere. The war.
Every time KD came back to play in OKC, Thunder fans just couldn't get over it.
As these former star teammates jawing at each other.
But you know what? KD kinda gets it. He was the hero of the Thunder for 9 years and was part of the only professional Oklahoman sports team after their arrival from Seattle.
All that stuff comes together, and I realize what it's like not having a team in your market.
KD said it felt really toxic when he went back to OKC. Even Thunder staff, like the trainers and equipment managers, it just wasn't the same.
And even though it was rough for me with the fan base and some of the people that worked in the organization for a year or two.
It's like when your best friend stops hanging out with you and starts hanging out with the cool kids instead. It hurts your feelings and makes you feel like you weren't good enough. General Manager Sam Presti and the Thunder had to start over.
We're disappointed that Kevin Durant's tenure with the Thunder organization has come to a close.
They traded away their other star players like Russell Westbrook and later on Chris Paul. In the rebuild, they even rested their best players like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Al Horford, so they could lose more games and get better draft picks.
It's important to be very grateful and thankful, and I'd like to thank Kevin for...
Pacers, there's no doubt that the Thunder are tanking right now, but Howard, should the NBA have a problem?
Some people called it tanking and said it was bad for the league. Some said the Thunder were the black eye of the NBA. But guess what? Sam Presti's plan worked. They have a bunch of young players now who are really good. They finished first in the Western Conference this season, which is like getting straight A's on your report card. And they did it faster than a lot of other teams who are still trying to rebuild, like the Pistons. Seems like they have been rebuilding forever. The 76ers and Celtics still haven't won that championship despite their tanking. So even though the Thunder fans are still mad at KD, they have a lot to be excited about. They have a new group of players who are ready to make some noise in this year's playoffs. And who knows, maybe one day they will win a championship and forget all about KD. But one of the most interesting parts about the Thunder's success this year is how they've done it without a dominant big man. KD and Russ's teams had brutes like Steven Adams and Serge Ibaka, who caught rebounds like Gronkowski catching Brady passes, back down anyone in the post, and set bone-crushing screens J.J. Watt would be proud of.
He just picked up his second. Watch this.
Oh! And this has to make J.J. Watt proud. I mean, this is a J.J. Watt shot right here.
But this year's team is doing that without that brutality. They're a bunch of young, athletic players who shoot great, run the floor, and play highly effective basketball. Rookie big man Chet Holmgren is already one of the best shot blockers and most efficient scorers in the league.
Daniels went up for the tomahawk, and he was denied. Go on Wiggins.
Take a look at this part. This is a highlight. This is what you're going to see later on.
He's like a superhero with long arms and quick feet.
Doing a situation like that, he goes on a one-hander.
But he's not getting as much attention as another rookie named Victor Wembanyama, who put up generational numbers for his team. The funny thing is, Wembanyama's team isn't even close to being as good as the Thunder. It is like comparing apples and oranges. So while everyone is talking about Wembanyama and the Spurs building around the phenomenon, the Thunder and Chet have quietly been going about their business and winning games. These last couple of years, they've been the underdog team in a sports movie who nobody believes in, but they just keep on keeping on. Get this, the Thunder have this young gun named Jalen Williams, who is like a Swiss Army knife on the court. Not big man Jalen Williams. He's got arms that go on for days, a brain that is always one step ahead, handles, and a mid-range game that would make even the best point guards jealous. Oh, and did I mention he can play defense like a boss? He blocks shots like LeBron James on Andre Iguodala. Josh Giddey, aka the Slob Wizard, dishes dimes all over the court. His shooting and defense has improved out of sight in 2024, and he may be making better choices around where and who he's going home with. But wait, there's more. Thunder captain, MVP candidate, and superstar Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is like a magician with the ball. He can finish at the rim like it's nothing, even when there are giants trying to stop him.
Fending off Sacramento. Plays like this.
Stop and pop.
And his handles? Let's just say he could probably dribble through a maze blindfolded. His life is consistent.
How are you just so consistent, like the tide, night in and night out?
My whole life is consistent. Everything I do.
You know what's really crazy? The Thunder have become one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league this season, even though they used to be terrible at it. This includes the KD and Russ teams. It's like they all drank some magic potion that turned them into sharp shooters overnight.
Giddey looking. Holmgren's got it, turns, fires. He hit it! He was on the line, though, I think. He might have been.
And their best shooters are guys like Isaiah Joe and Lou Dort, who some people never rated.
It's 2 ball clubs in the last 4 possessions.
But the real MVP of the Thunder might just be their coach, Mark Dejenault. He's young, he's fearless, and he's got his team playing like a well-oiled machine. It's like he's some kind of basketball genius who can see the game in slow motion.
You've seen a dramatic improvement each year on the job, and only one other team was top 5 in offensive and defensive efficiency.
The Thunder are doing all of this with a team that's full of young guys who are all about playing together. They don't care about individual stats or accolades. They just want to win. It's like they're a bunch of best friends who just happen to be really, really good at basketball. They are absolute dogs.
Go ahead, Mark.
Meanwhile, KD is off on another team with a bunch of other stars. Russ is on a Clippers team full of hardened winners.
Drives, is fouled. Flexes.
But Shai's Thunder don't seem to care. They are too busy being the best young team in the league and making the whole basketball world scared of what they may become.
These dudes are something to behold and to be reckoned with. And I'm going to keep my eyes on Oklahoma City because they've got a bright...
They are a ticking time bomb, just waiting to explode. Sure, some people might be salty about KD bouncing, but look, the Thunder are doing their own thing now, and it is working. They are not trying to be like everyone else. They are building their own legacy, one draft pick at a time, thanks to their Einstein-like general manager, Sam Presti.
Well, the MVP over there is Sam Presti. He the MVP. I mean, he drafted KD, Russ, Jeff Green, Serge Ibaka, Reggie Jackson, Josh.
And you know what? I bet KD is low-key jealous.
So they got 3 or 4 guys, 6, 7, 6, 8 that can handle the ball. I wish I'd had that back when I was here. But,
He may have his fancy rings and scoring titles, but the Thunder have something even better, a bright future and a team that plays together like a family.
It was a full team effort. I think we put together a 5-game win streak during the season.
So maybe Shai and rookies Chet's Thunder slay the Giants of the Western Conference this year and lift the Larry O'Brien Trophy in June. Or maybe they do it next season. One thing's for sure for Thunder fans, an NBA championship will go a long way to healing the hurt of losing KD and all their superstars.
The mission was for sustainability, and depending on your point of view, it was accomplished.
Let us know in the comments your thoughts on this year's Thunder being title contenders, KD and Russ, and remember to join the Cheetah Sports Pack by hitting the subscribe button.